everyone, Sam Bohegian here from Keller Williams Realty, back with another episode of the Community Spotlight series, where we highlight businesses in the greater Nashua area to learn more about them. Today I'm here with Joyce Strong. Joyce, thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for having me.
And for the owner of the Total Well Coach. And so, Joyce, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do and how you help people and what people can expect coming in.
Well, thanks again for having me.
My pleasure.
And I'm a registered nurse, and
Okay.
I have experience in holistic and integrative medicine. And I'm also a certified well coach, so I'm a professional coach. So I've blended those two skill sets in my interest in prevention to help people with nutrition education and weight loss and other autoimmune conditions, things like that. So sometimes people don't have to lose weight, but they might have irritable bowel or gallstones, or maybe they have a weight loss or weight gain. So I try to, and I work with athletes. I'm also a hockey coach. I
Very
told
cool.
you that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right now I'm coaching my granddaughter who's 5, but I've
Nice.
coached people of all ages. So I'm also a certified strength and conditioning specialist. So I have that blend of things I like to pull together to help people.
Very cool. So when
Yeah.
people come in, is there like a process they go through, or like so that you learn about what they're looking for and what they need, and then provide your services to them?
Yes. Well, typically people come in for, I try to work with people over a period of time, 3 months, 6 months, a year.
Okay.
So, but we usually start off with a consultation for about an hour, it could be longer, where I go over labs, medications, what they've been doing, what their goals are, what they've been doing for exercise or diet, whatever their food is. And then I work with them to customize a plan. So I work with all kinds of plans. I'm certified as a Whole30 coach. I'm also have a lot of experience with Ideal Protein weight loss program, all different programs. So I customize it though for the person once I hear the goals, you know, and how active they are, how old they are, if they have any comorbidities, any other illnesses or things going on. And then I always say the food part of it's the easy part, because it's like underneath, like why we behave, and are we sleeping, are we managing our stress, do we need a job change, do we need you know, what kind of support the person needs. So I, you know, provide a lot of support, and then I meet regularly with people. So we do typically weekly meetings for about 15 minutes, but it depends. Sometimes people come in every other week for half an hour, but we again customize it. So the idea is accountability over a period of time. I use other tools like blood pressure. I do lab tests if that's appropriate. I've got the InBody body composition system where people stand on a very expensive scale and we look at their composition, because sometimes people are married to that weight number when we really want to look below and see what your lean mass is doing.
Yeah, first, just a minute, talk about that scale a little bit more, like just the data that it can provide, because I know that is something that
it's very cool. Yeah, so the scale I have is called the InBody 570. So it's a segmental analysis, so it looks at your arms, your core, and your legs all separately, and it gives a score of lean, which is anything that's not fat, and also where your fat's distributed. It also has a visceral score, meaning the fat in and around your organs. So that goes from 0 to 20. So for someone like you or me, we probably should be 5 or 6. And often people come in the 20, you know, range, and so that to me looks at, you know, pre-diabetes or other metabolic conditions that I want to correct. So it's not so much me putting somebody on a diet, but correcting their metabolism.
Gotcha.
I don't like to be hungry. I don't like to see people hungry, so I like to have them get rid of that word diet and have them get into, let's create your forever eating plan. And when you're losing weight, that might look a little different, but it's not about being hungry. It's about how we time our eating, and foods that work for us, foods that don't, and that's different for everybody.
Right. So
it's a great tool to have, especially if somebody's really caught up on just the weight number. Same thing with these athletes, because we want them to gain lean, and sometimes people overtrain and they end up chewing up their lean mass, because the body will convert muscle for fuel as well. So we want to make sure that lean stays or grows the way we want it. So it's a good tool. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So for people who are interested in learning more, where can they go to find more information or get in touch with you?
Well, I use Total Well Coach, TOTALWELLCOACH, for a lot of my handles like Twitter and Instagram, Facebook. I also have offices in Groton, Mass. and Concord, Mass. So people can see me in more than one place. I occasionally do house calls, so if people need me to come out and do that. A couple more things I wanted to tell you about. I host the Totally Well Show, which is a Groton cable TV show. And those shows go on demand at thegrotonchannel.org. And so I'm looking for people to interview. If you're out there and you want to be interviewed and you have anything to do with health, and think broadly. So it's a half-hour show, and we just talk, and I find out about you and how what you do helps people lead a more fulfilling life. So in your type of work, where you shared with me the way that you work with your clients, I think it's wonderful because you really care about them as people and really placing them in the right place. And I can't think of anything more healthy to do for somebody.
Right, absolutely.
So, it's really a wonderful thing that you do. So I'm delighted to hear about these holistic realtors.
Awesome.
So that's great that you care. And the other thing I have is the Confident Women Consortium, which is about a monthly, sometimes a couple times a month, we do dinner speaker events and bring somebody in to talk to the group about anything to do with building confidence in women and helping people reach beyond. So and give support.
That's awesome. That's very cool. And so, and they can reach you to learn more information about that as well?
Yep. Yeah, if you go to TotalWellCoach.com, that's my main website, and I list the Totally Well Show, I list the events coming up, any specials. Sometimes I do groups as well as individual work. So if I'm doing a whole 30 group, and I do some community events as well. So sometimes there's some free things happening that you can get involved with. So always make an appointment first, but definitely reach out to me, and all my contact information is on TotalWellCoach.com.
All right, there you have it, TotalWellCoach.com. Make sure to reach out to Joyce if you have any other questions or are interested on possibly being featured on any of those shows. And if you have any other real estate questions in the future, as always, feel free to reach out and shoot me a message. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.